Hey, good morning. So let's get to it. All right, listen. We're gonna keep this thing simple, 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 simple. All right, look. So we on a euro, we on a USD. All right, this trade turned out very well. All right, I took a sell stop setup. I took price down here into the target area. All right, this was a nice little drop. We got around 41 pips. All right, so this was overall a great trade. Now, let's be careful with this. Now, this is two things that could happen with this. All right, we got this drop, and now we look like we want to retest. So, retest traders need to be mindful. All right, they're looking for this, and then they're expecting price to come down to this area of structure or into this box. Okay, now what you have to be mindful of, okay, is that this is actually what could possibly happen as well too. Is we All right, we broke, came down. Instead of retesting, we actually come up here, make another high. Then this can happen, and then that. Okay, that does play out a lot. Okay, so you have to be mindful. So this is where we really want to come. We really want to get back up into here. Okay, now there could be some weakness on the euro because they just raised interest rates since the first time since 2016-15. So that's huge. So you could possibly see a little bit of the weakness of it, but at the same time, this area hasn't been retested yet. So we really need to see this retested. Okay. So that is a scenario, and we're gonna see how that play out. And we're just not gonna just sit up here and just jump and go short. All right. So we already seated. That's a lot of strong candles coming up in this area. We're gonna see how it works. But that's typically what happens is just people just go ahead and go short here. Now let me see if I can find another chart setup similar like this so you can see how it played out. All right, so bear with me. All right, so on this chart, this is the US dollar, Canadian dollar. All right, I switched from off the euro. So what do you notice? We had the same type of setup, okay, and we had this break, all right, and then we start moving ourselves higher, okay. Let's see, this is be a good one right here. So we had this nice little run up, and then this was an area where market could come back to. So we had this zone. Okay. So this zone became a key level of demand. Price come out of here. So we fight to get up here. We came back here again. And we finally pushed out. And then now we got this drop here. Okay. So sorry. Um let's pull them up side by side. Okay. All right. So down the bottom we have the euro. At the top we have the US dollar, Canadian dollar. So if you look here, we're at the beginning stages here. All right. And this is just a smaller. All right. So this is a smaller version of this particular pattern that's setting up. But you clearly see that we had a drop. Like we're going to get a retest. All right. We did a little drop, but we ultimately blow to the upside. It's something what we're expecting here. Now, we're going to go and we're going to look at the daily time, the daily FX sentiment report. All right. So yesterday, this was around 64% that were long. Okay, so All right, so 64% were long, and if 64% are long, why are we dropping? So this was a reason why we wanted to look at the taking this trade short for this time period. Now, why was targets here? Because this was market structure. Right? We just took the trade back down to market structure. That's it. Right? We're not looking to take it down. No, we go structure to structure. It is what it is. Okay. So this worked out perfectly, right? Now, remember, we're gonna watch this level right now. Look how many traders have went short because there are retest traders. Now, can it go short from right here? Yes, by all means. But we must take a contrarian view anytime we're in the markets trading to say, hey, majority of people are thinking the same thing that I'm thinking. Well, let me take maybe a contrarian stance and see if this will change up. Because you have to recognize these patterns and you have to see them over and over. We see these. Now, typically, once again, now this is a bigger, and then maybe go down to the hour or the 4 hour. All right, it looks a little different now. So, like I said, down here at the bottom is a smaller version of this one. But you see how many times we tried to break to get to the downside, but we also got psyched out. All right, so this is the best one right here. So, all right, so we come up and then we come back down. But where we at? Back here at market structure. See the structure area here? All right, so what happens? People coming up thinking that, oh, we're going to get a retest and we're going to drop. No, no, no. We're going to, first of all, we're going to get wiped out. We're going to wipe out what? All the shorts because everybody sees this pattern and believes it's going to go short. Just like right here, everybody sees this pattern like, oh, we're going to go short. But you have to be careful because we can get up here and start pushing, and that's exactly what we got on this one. We pushed up this far. In fact, let's see how much that was. Here it on up. Look at that, guys. 291 pips. All right, so let's do this. Let's go on the euro and let's see what exactly could happen if we uh, move up to our top area up here. Okay. So we're looking at, yeah, yep, about 142 pip move that we're looking at. Okay. And that's exactly what we want to we want to play with. Now, for me to be looking for this trade setup, I'm going to be looking for this right here. I want my stop loss below here. This gives me a great risk reward ratio. All right, so that's about 56 pips. Now that is huge if you're taking a standard lot size, right? Okay. But what we want to do, I want to see a little. I want to see a little rejection here, but I want to see this level hold. If this level can hold, I want to be looking for entering long, which I could have already looked at entering long at this level already. Why? Because this is back into a area where price broke out of. Okay, so this was an area of resistance, or I guess now you could call it a demand zone, because why? Price is reacting out of that zone. Okay, to the upside. But yeah, this could set up to be something good. Now, what if price this just decide, hey, we're just gonna come on down here, or at least right here for right now? Yeah, that could happen too. So we react to what the charts is telling us. So I don't want to sit up here and have all these predictions. All right. So look at this right here. Somebody could look at this pattern set up and say, well, it looked like an inverted head and shoulders. You got maybe a left shoulder over here. If I stretch this out, you probably see a right shoulder, and then you got your head. What does this suggest? This is a bullish setup, right? But what happened? Price stayed in this what? This was a what? Supply zone. Okay. Why? Because it proved it right here. Price failed from right here, pushed down, came back into this zone, and it was distribution occurred, or I'm sorry, accumulation, and then we pushed down to the downside. Okay. Now we get the same thing happen here. What person who saw this over here? You see the same type of setup. What are they thinking? Ah, We're gonna go down even further. What happens? Nope. You got pushed up. So yes, we can look on a chart so we can see certain patterns, but it doesn't mean it's gonna always work out like that. You have to understand supply and demand and what's going on, and we use our sentiment reports to help us gauge to have a bias to what the other side, right? And this is going to really help you transform your trading. Okay, so I want to keep these videos short. I only want to focus on the euro really on this one. I did a little bit on the U.S. Canadian dollar, but mainly on this, and I'll be basically posting a lot of little smaller videos. It's not long that's going over these trades. All right. So yes, I do want to see us get up here. I will be doing some more higher time frame analysis on the euro, USD. Okay. Like I said, I like the fact that we can fight to get up to this level. All right. The euro is gaining some form of strength on this move. Now, yes, we could have some issues in this area here, but once again, I really want to see us get up to this level. Now, I've already have on the zone potentially what pullbacks would look like if we do get some pullbacks. All right. So we already crossed the 23%, which is good. So we possibly could fight to get back down here into this zone as well, possibly before resuming to this upside. So once again, everything is reactory, at this point. And because I was on a lower time frame, that upward move still may be in place before the drop. Okay. And once we get that drop, then we move on up. So let me show that one more time. All right. So remember, we're looking, okay, we're looking to see how this will play out, all right, before fully pulling back. All right. So let's see how this plays out. If I was to me, if I'm taking this short, I need to clear this level. So what am I doing? I have a sell stop order right here, ready to go, and I have a buy stop order up here, ready to go. If we get up to the upside, I want to see these levels. All right. So I hope that helps. But once again, if we do break above here, that doesn't mean we're going to come straight here. What it could suggest is that we could break above here and we could hit some of this market structure area here, right? And then we have to come back down to get what we need to build. We need to build steam, and then we come up and hit this area. Okay. All right. So hope that helps. Have a great. Hit the like button, subscribe. Have a great.